Every moment of the day, you are in conversation with yourself. The question is not whether you talk to yourself, but how. These inner conversations are the architects of your reality. They are the silent builders, shaping every event, every circumstance, every meeting you call coincidence. If you desire to manifest anything, you must learn to talk to yourself as though the very thing you long for is already yours. When you speak inwardly, never speak as the one who is hoping, longing, or waiting. Speak as the one who already possesses. Instead of saying, "One day I will have it," you declare, "It is mine now." Instead of confessing, "I am trying," you affirm, "I am already living it." For the unseen is listening, and your words are the molds in which life must pour itself. To talk to yourself in the right way is to rehearse the end of your desire until it feels natural. If you want abundance, do not speak as the poor asking for more, but as the rich who already has. If you want love, do not cry as the lonely, but whisper as the beloved who is cherished. This is not pretending. This is creating. You are impressing upon your inner self the vision of what must appear outwardly. Guard carefully what you say within. Never indulge in complaints, for they return multiplied. Never repeat fears, for they sculpt your tomorrow in their image. Instead, turn every inner word into a decree of fulfillment. Tell yourself, "I am already there. I am already living it. I am already free." Let this inner talk become your constant companion, day and night. And here is the mystery. You need not strain, you need not struggle, you only need to persist. Speak the end with such conviction that your mind accepts it as fact. Once accepted, your world must shift to reflect it, for the outer cannot resist the inner command. So when you rise in the morning and when you rest at night, ask yourself, what am I telling myself right now? For in that moment, you are setting the stage for the days to come. Talk to yourself like the person who already has what you desire, and life will not delay in delivering it. The words you whisper inwardly are seeds planted in the subconscious soil. Speak as if it is already done. Within you lies a field more fertile than any earth you have ever touched. Every word you speak to yourself, every thought you repeat silently, is a seed dropped into that unseen ground. Just as a farmer does not doubt that the seed will take root and grow when planted, so must you have the same unwavering faith in the words you inwardly affirm. They are not idle sounds echoing in the mind. They are living forces, shaping and reshaping the invisible foundation of your reality. The subconscious is impartial. It does not question whether the seed planted is beneficial or harmful. It simply accepts it and brings it to life. If you sow words of doubt, lack, or fear, you will reap experiences that echo those same vibrations. If you plant words of fulfillment, abundance, love, and strength, your life will yield the harvest of those declarations. This is why it is vital to speak as if it is already done. You are not describing the soil, you are commanding it to produce. When you whisper to yourself, "I am successful," though outer circumstances may deny it, you are planting the seed of success. When you affirm, "I am loved," even if loneliness surrounds you, you are planting the seed of love. The subconscious does not know time as the conscious mind does. To it, the moment you say it is the moment it becomes real. The outer world only reflects the inner crop that has matured. Therefore, to speak as if it is already done is to step into the creative act, knowing that unseen forces are aligning to bring your declaration into visible form. Many speak to themselves as beggars, pleading for what they want, reinforcing lack rather than fulfillment. Yet the true secret is to speak like the master who already possesses the treasure. Imagine a man planting a seed and then returning to the soil every hour, digging it up to see if it has grown. Would the seed survive such constant disturbance? No. He plants it and trusts the unseen process beneath the ground. So must you with your words. Plant them once with faith, water them with repetition, and then allow the unseen to bring them forth in their season. There is no limit to what you may plant within yourself. If you desire freedom, whisper it into being. If you desire healing, declare it in the quiet chambers of your heart. If you desire peace, affirm it until the atmosphere of your mind changes. Speak not from the place of want, but from the place of having. Say, it is mine, I am living it, I am experiencing it now. This is the language that impresses the subconscious deeply, for it accepts assumption as fact. Every harvest you see in your life today is the result of seeds once whispered. If you wish to change the harvest, change the seeds. Speak as if it is already done. For in truth, the act of speaking inwardly is the act of creation itself. Do not describe life as it is. Affirm life as you desire it to be. The great error most people make is to look at the present state of things and give it power by constant description. They say, this is my condition, this is my problem, this is my lack, and in doing so, they bind themselves to that very reality. To describe life as it is may feel honest, but it is not creative. Creation begins when you rise above appearances and declare life as you wish it to be. When you affirm life as you desire it, you are no longer the prisoner of facts, but the master of vision. Facts are nothing more than shadows of past assumptions, echoes of words you once accepted as true. They carry no life of their own. They only linger because you continue to feed them with attention. To break free, you must turn your words away from what is and toward what is desired. The moment you begin to speak differently, you loosen the grip of the present and open the door to the future you long for. To affirm is not to lie, it is to plant the seed of truth not yet visible. A farmer who sows corn does not see the corn immediately, yet he calls the seed corn, not dirt. In the same way, when you affirm abundance while facing lack, you are not lying, you are naming the seed for what it truly is, even before the harvest shows itself. Your affirmation is the claim of the unseen reality which must eventually appear in form. The world will tempt you to speak of conditions as they are. It will present bills, disappointments, failures, and delays, asking you to declare them loudly. But if you desire to manifest differently, you must resist this temptation. You must speak not of the lack of money, but of the overflowing supply. You must speak not of loneliness, but of being deeply cherished. You must speak not of fear, but of security and strength. Every time you affirm the desired state, instead of describing the present one, you weaken the hold of what is and strengthen the pull of what shall be. Consider how many live bound by their words. They say, nothing ever works out for me. I am always unlucky. I never have enough. These declarations are not idle. They are laws they have set upon themselves. Life cannot contradict the inner command. But imagine if they reversed their words, saying instead, things always work in my favor. Opportunities find me easily. I live in abundance. In time, the world would shift to reflect those affirmations. For what you speak inwardly becomes what you experience outwardly. So train yourself daily. Refuse to repeat the story of what is. Refuse to give voice to facts that do not serve you. Instead, affirm boldly the life you desire. Let your inner speech become a constant rehearsal of the future you wish to live. Affirm health, wealth, love, and peace until your subconscious accepts them as natural. And once accepted, life will mold itself to match your declarations. You are not here to echo the present. You are here to command the future. Do not describe life as it is. Affirm life as you desire it to be, and watch as the world bends to your inner decree. The inner dialogue is a script that the outer world must follow. Every conversation you carry on in the secret chambers of your mind is not without consequence. It is not mere imagination or idle chatter. It is the writing of a script. And the world around you is the stage upon which that script must be acted out. Just as an actor performs the lines written in a play, so too does your reality perform the lines whispered within you. What you repeat inwardly is rehearsed until it becomes the performance of your outer life. Most people do not realize they are both the author and the actor. They assume the outer world dictates what they should think and say inwardly. They see circumstances and then repeat them to themselves, saying, "This is how it is, this is my life, this is my problem." Without knowing it, they are rehearsing a script that guarantees a repeat performance. The same troubles, the same disappointments, the same cycles appear because the inner dialogue has not changed. But the moment you alter the script within, the play without must follow suit. If, instead of rehearsing failure, you begin rehearsing success, the stage will rearrange itself to match the new lines. If, instead of whispering loneliness, you begin to script conversations of love, the world will provide characters who will echo that love. It is law. The inner dialogue is the script, and the outer world has no choice but to act it out. Consider how often you speak to yourself in ways you would never allow another to speak to you. You say, "I am not enough. I can't do it. Nothing ever changes." These words may never be spoken aloud, yet they are spoken in the most powerful court, the subconscious mind. And because the subconscious does not argue, it simply accepts, these words become orders it must carry out. Life will conspire to prove them true, not because they are facts, but because they were lines rehearsed too often to be ignored. To master your life, you must master your dialogue. Begin to speak to yourself as one who has already achieved what you seek. If you desire abundance, carry on inner conversations where you tell yourself, "Everything I touch prospers. Opportunities open for me daily. Wealth flows to me with ease." If you long for love, script dialogues where you feel adored, appreciated, and cherished. Let these conversations be so vivid and consistent that they leave no room for the old script of lack or fear. When you persist in this new dialogue, a shift occurs. The world begins to take on the shape of your rehearsals. People show up to play the roles you have written for them in silence. Events unfold in harmony with the script you have secretly practiced. It may seem mysterious, but it is only the natural law of creation. What is impressed inwardly must be expressed outwardly. You cannot escape your inner words. They are not harmless musings, they are commands. The wise learn to direct them consciously, scripting only that which they wish to live. The unwise allow random fears, doubts, and complaints to write their lives for them. But the choice is always yours. If you desire to change the stage, you must change the script. And the script is nothing more than the dialogue you carry on with yourself day after day. Speak from the end, not toward it. Declare from fulfillment, not from lack. The great mistake many make in their inner speech is to pray, affirm, or declare from a position of absence. They say, I want to be wealthy, I want to be loved, I want to be free. And though these words seem harmless, they carry within them the vibration of lack. To want something is to confess that you do not have it. To long for it is to emphasize its distance. Life simply mirrors back the state from which you speak. And so the longing is prolonged. The distance remains. To speak from the end is altogether different. It is to rise above the state of wanting and stand in the state of having. It is to declare, I am wealthy now, I am loved now, I am free now. In doing so, you impress upon the subconscious the image of fulfillment, and the subconscious, being faithful, must outpicture it in your outer world. This is not wishful thinking, it is the creative act itself. You are not asking for something to come, you are claiming that it has already arrived. Imagine an actor preparing for a role. He does not rehearse as though the character will one day exist. He becomes the character now. He speaks the lines with conviction as though he already is the one he portrays. Likewise, you must rehearse the end in your own life. If you desire health, do not speak as the sick pleading for healing, but as the healed giving thanks for vitality. If you desire success, do not speak as the struggler hoping for a break, but as the successful one living in accomplishment. When you declare from fulfillment, you place yourself at the end of the story, and life, like a faithful servant, rearranges itself to match your declaration. This principle requires trust. It demands that you close your eyes to present appearances and open your heart to unseen realities. The outer world may contradict you. Facts may scream otherwise. Yet you must persist in speaking from the end. For just as a seed in the ground looks nothing like the harvest to come, so too do your declarations of fulfillment appear foolish in the face of current lack. But wait. Persist. Speak only from the end, and in time, the harvest must appear. Many weaken their manifestation by wavering between the two states. One moment they speak from the end, declaring it is done, and the next they revert to lack, confessing, I hope it will come. This double-mindedness delays the process, for the subconscious is impressed by consistency. To truly manifest, you must remain steadfast, speaking as the one who already lives in the reality desired. So practice daily, enter the end in imagination, feel the joy of its completion, and let your words flow from that state. Say, I am already there. It is already mine. I am already living in it. Let every thought, every whisper, every declaration come from the fulfillment itself. When you speak this way, the distance between desire and manifestation collapses. For you no longer chase what you seek, you live in it now. To speak from the end is to hold the power of creation in your hands. To declare from fulfillment is to command life itself. When you master this art, you will find that every desire yields to you. For the world has no choice but to reflect the end from which you speak. Every repeated inner statement impresses the unseen, and what is impressed will surely be expressed. Within you lies a silent power that never sleeps, a power that records every word you speak to yourself and molds your outer life accordingly. This power is impartial. It does not decide for you what is right or wrong, beneficial or harmful. It simply receives the impressions you give it, and with unbending faithfulness, it shapes your world to match them. Repetition. The key is understanding that repetition is the tool by which these impressions are carved deeply into the unseen mind. Think of water falling gently upon a stone. One drop seems harmless, incapable of leaving a mark. Yet repeated drops over time wear away even the hardest surface. So it is with your words. A single inner statement may pass without much effect, but when repeated, it etches itself into the depths of your subconscious, creating a groove that reality must follow. Every time you affirm, you are chiseling the pattern more deeply. Eventually, the unseen accepts it as truth, and once accepted, the outer world cannot help but reflect it. This is why persistence is more powerful than force. You need not strain or struggle to make your desire come to pass. You only need to repeat it inwardly with conviction until it feels natural. Say to yourself, I am successful, I am loved, I am free. At first it may feel false, as though you are pretending, but with repetition, the words lose their strangeness and begin to feel familiar. The moment they feel natural, they are impressed, and what is impressed must be expressed. Most people unknowingly impress the unseen with fear, doubt, and limitation. They repeat statements like, nothing ever works out for me. I never have enough. People always disappoint me. These words, spoken over and over, settle into the subconscious as laws. Life then organizes itself to prove them right, not because such is their destiny, but because such was their decree. The tragedy is that they mistake these outer results as evidence of truth, and so they repeat the same inner statements with even greater conviction, deepening the cycle. But the same law that binds you also frees you. Just as repeated words of limitation create bondage, repeated words of fulfillment create freedom. Begin today to choose your inner statements with care. Let your repetition be deliberate and filled with life. Whisper often to yourself, everything I need comes to me with ease. I am surrounded by love. Opportunities are always opening for me. My life overflows with abundance. Say it when you rise. Say it as you walk. Say it before you sleep. Let rapidity write a new script in the unseen. And do not concern yourself with when or how it will appear. That is not your task. Your work is only to impress. The unseen will handle expression with perfect timing. Trust the law. What you impress will be expressed. Repeat with faith. Persist until it feels natural, and then rest in the certainty that your world must mirror your inner decree. Every repeated inner statement is a seed, and the soil of the subconscious never fails to give harvest. Choose wisely what you plant. Repeat it until it is alive within you, and soon you will walk in the expression of what you once only whispered. Guard your inner conversations, for they are not idle. They are creative decrees shaping your tomorrow. Every word you speak within yourself is a command. Every thought you rehearse is a prophecy. You may not see its effect immediately, but make no mistake. These inner exchanges are setting in motion the very circumstances you will walk into. There is no such thing as an empty word spoken to yourself. Each carries weight, each carries life, and each is planting the future in your unseen mind. Many treat their inner talk carelessly, as though it were harmless chatter. They argue with themselves, rehearse offenses, complain about lack, and imagine worst-case scenarios. They do not realize that with every repetition, they are giving life to those very conditions. To worry is simply to rehearse failure in advance. To complain is to affirm lack as law. To dwell on fear is to summon its shadow into form. Nothing you tell yourself passes unnoticed. The subconscious records it all and faithfully reproduces it. This is why vigilance is necessary. Just as a wise guardian protects the gates of a city, so must you guard the gates of your mind. Allow no intruder in the form of negative conversation. The moment you notice yourself rehearsing defeat, stop and replace it with victory. The instant you catch yourself speaking of lack, affirm abundance instead. Do not let careless words slip by, for they are not idle. They are seeds waiting for the hour to sprout. Guarding your inner conversations does not mean living in fear of every thought. It means living consciously, choosing deliberately the words you repeat within. Decide in advance the kind of future you wish to live, and then allow only those words that align with it. If you desire health, let your inner talk be filled with the language of vitality and strength. If you desire success, let your inner voice echo achievement and opportunity. If you long for love, speak to yourself as one already cherished and deeply valued. Your words are not mere reflections of reality, they are creators of reality. The great secret is persistence. A guarded mind is not swayed by appearances. Even if the world contradicts you, you remain faithful to the conversation within. You say, I am blessed, I am secure, I am thriving, even when outer circumstances whisper otherwise. You guard your words as a king guards his crown, for you know they carry the authority to shape what comes next. And eventually, what was once only an inner decree becomes your outer experience. Look at your life today, and you will see the conversations of yesterday. Look at your tomorrow, and you will see the conversations of today. This law never fails. So keep watch over your inner dialogue with diligence. Refuse to entertain words that diminish you. Instead, continually affirm the life you desire until it becomes the only natural way of speaking. Your inner talk is the script of your destiny, the decree of your tomorrow. Guard it with care, for it is not idle. It is creation itself. Every truth we have explored returns to one central reality. Your inner world is the cause, and your outer world is the effect. The way you talk to yourself, the words you repeat, and the conversations you guard are not mere mental activity. They are the blueprint of your future. Speak from the end, not from lack. Affirm life as you desire it, not as it currently appears. Protect the garden of your mind, for every seed whispered inwardly must bear fruit outwardly. The law is simple yet profound. What you impress within will be expressed without. So walk with confidence, knowing you are never at the mercy of circumstances. You are the writer of the script, the planter of the seed, the guardian of the word. Your destiny is not in the hands of chance, but in the dialogue you keep alive within yourself. Talk to yourself like the one who already possesses, who already is, who already lives the fulfillment. Persist until it feels natural, and life will bow to your decree. Thank you for giving your attention, your presence, and your openness to these words. May you leave here not only inspired, but transformed in the way you speak to yourself, for that change alone is enough to reshape your entire tomorrow. Thank you, and may your inner words today become the beautiful expressions of your life tomorrow.
Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe deeply and feel the stillness within you. Now, turn inward to the place where all things are possible. In this vast space of your imagination, every desire you have ever held exists already. It is not something to be achieved in some distant future, it is here, now waiting for you to claim it. Is the secret key that unlocks the door to reality. Often overlooked or dismissed as mere fantasy, it is, in truth, the most powerful tool at your disposal. What you can imagine, you can create. This simple yet profound truth is the foundation upon which all manifestation is built. The world you see around you, the circumstances of your life, and the experiences you encounter daily are reflections of the thoughts and images you hold in your mind. Everything begins in the realm of imagination. When you desire something, a new job, a relationship, or any change in your life, where does that desire first appear? In your imagination. It is here that the seed of your future is planted. Just as a gardener tends to a seed with care, nurturing it until it grows into a full-fledged plant, so too must you tend to the images and feelings that arise within your imagination. The power of imagination is not limited to idle daydreams or fleeting fantasies. It is the creative force that shapes your reality. Think of imagination as a blueprint. Before a building is constructed, an architect carefully designs its every detail. These designs exist first in the mind, then on paper, before they become physical structures. In the same way, your imagination forms the design of your future. If you allow yourself to dwell on thoughts of lack, fear, or limitation, you will unconsciously build your life around those ideas. But when you harness your imagination and consciously direct it toward what you truly desire, you begin to create a life that aligns with those desires. It's important to understand that imagination is not constrained by the limitations of the physical world. It exists beyond time and space, unbound by the rules of the material plane. In your imagination, you can be anywhere, do anything, and have anything. And this is where the real magic happens. In this boundless realm, you have the freedom to create without restriction. There is no obstacle too great, no situation too dire, that cannot be transformed through the power of imagination. The process of manifestation begins when you choose to inhabit your desires in your imagination, even before they appear in the physical world. If you can imagine yourself living in the end, experiencing the fulfillment of your wish, as if it were already a reality, you are tapping into the most potent creative force available to you. This practice of living in the end is not about wishful thinking. It is a deliberate act of creation. As you consistently assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, your subconscious mind begins to accept it as true, and the outer world must rearrange itself to match your inner vision. One of the most extraordinary aspects of imagination is its ability to bypass the concept of time. When you visualize something vividly, your mind doesn't distinguish between past, present, or future. In the realm of imagination, everything exists in the now. This is why time is often described as an illusion. The future you desire already exists in the infinite possibilities of your imagination. By dwelling in that future now, you bring it into your present experience. See, the key to unlocking this power is belief. You must believe that what you imagine is real. Doubt and disbelief are the only things that can hinder this process. When you allow yourself to fully embody the feelings and images of your desired reality, without questioning their validity, the world will reflect those beliefs back to you. Imagination is not a passive activity, it is an active, creative force that is constantly shaping your reality. Whether you realize it or not, you are always using your imagination. The question is, are you using it to create the life you want or the life you fear? Recognize the limitless potential within your imagination, and you will discover that reality itself is but a reflection of the images you hold within. The key to manifesting your desires lies in assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This concept is simple yet profoundly transformative. It involves more than just wanting or hoping for something. It is about living in the emotional and mental state as if your desire has already come to pass. The feeling of having what you want, rather than yearning for it, is the energetic force that draws your desire into your reality. Most people live their lives focused on the absence of what they want. They think constantly about what they lack, what they need, and what they hope will happen. In doing so, they unconsciously affirm that their desire is not present. But when you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you are shifting your entire state of being. You no longer place your attention on what is missing from your life. Instead, you begin to embody the emotional state that would naturally arise if your wish were already a reality. To assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled means to live from the end, not toward it. It requires a deep and genuine belief that what you desire is already yours, even if your physical senses tell you otherwise. This is where the power of imagination comes into play. You must immerse yourself in the inner experience of your desire. See yourself as already in possession of it, and feel the emotions that come with that realization. Is it relief? Joy? Gratitude? Let those feelings wash over you, as if your dream has already materialized. This practice is not merely a mental exercise, it involves the whole self. You must align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the reality you wish to create. When you consistently feel as though your wish is already fulfilled, your subconscious mind begins to accept it as true. The subconscious does not differentiate between real and imagined experiences. It responds to the emotional charge behind your thoughts. When your subconscious mind believes something, it works tirelessly to bring it into your physical world. One of the most powerful ways to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled is through visualization. Picture yourself in the scenario where your desire is already realized. Imagine the sights, sounds, and sensations of that moment. How does it feel to have accomplished your goal? What are you doing, and how are you interacting with others? Create a vivid mental picture and, most importantly, connect deeply with the emotions that arise in this imagined experience. The more real and tangible this vision becomes in your mind, the more effectively you are impressing it upon your subconscious. It's crucial to understand that this process is not about forcing yourself to believe something that feels unnatural or out of reach. Rather, it is about gently allowing yourself to relax into the feeling of already having what you want. Let go of any sense of striving or desperation. When you feel desperate for something, you are reinforcing its absence. But when you feel calm, confident, and secure in the belief that your wish is fulfilled, you naturally align yourself with its manifestation. Faith plays a vital role in this practice. You must trust in the unseen forces at work. Often there is a time gap between assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled and seeing it manifest in your external reality. During this period, it is essential to remain steadfast in your belief. Resist the temptation to look for signs of progress in the outside world. Instead, keep your focus inward, knowing that the outer world will eventually conform to the inner reality you have created. Assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled is about embodying the state of already having what you desire. By doing so, you shift your energy and consciousness into alignment with your wish, allowing it to manifest in your life effortlessly. The world will reflect back to you the state of being that you consistently maintain within. Time is one of the most deeply ingrained concepts in human consciousness, yet it is, in essence, an illusion. We experience life through a linear progression of past, present, and future. But this perception is not the ultimate reality. Time, as we understand it, is a mental construct that helps us navigate our physical world. In the realm of consciousness, where all possibilities exist, time is fluid, malleable, and ultimately non-existent. It is only our belief in time that creates the experience of delay or waiting. When we say time is an illusion, we mean that what we perceive as time passing is merely the unfolding of events in the physical dimension, which our minds interpret in a sequential manner. In truth, all moments past, present, and future exist simultaneously in the eternal now. This may sound abstract, but it has profound implications for how we create and experience our lives. If time is an illusion, then the future is not something that is out there waiting to happen. It is something that exists right now, in potential form, within your consciousness. This understanding is critical when it comes to manifesting your desires. Many people think they must wait for their dreams to materialize, or that there is a specific time frame within which things will happen. But they see the future as a distant event that will unfold only after a series of actions in the present. However, if time is an illusion, then your desired future is not something you need to chase. It already exists in the now, waiting for you to claim it. Your experience of time is shaped by your perception. When you focus on the absence of your desire, you create a sense of waiting or delay. You see the future as something separate from the present, and this reinforces the illusion that time is a barrier between you and your goal. But when you shift your perception and begin to live as though your desire is already fulfilled, you collapse the illusion of time. In this state, you are no longer waiting for something to happen in the future. Instead, you are bringing the future into the present moment through your consciousness. This is why living in the end is such a powerful concept. By assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you bypass the illusion of time. You align yourself with the reality you want, not as something that will happen eventually, but as something that is true right now. The more you dwell in this state of being, the more the external world rearranges itself to reflect that truth. The so-called delay you experience is not because time is needed to manifest your desire, it is because your belief in time creates the illusion of delay. The idea that time is an illusion is also supported by scientific theories, such as those in quantum physics, which suggest that all points in time exist concurrently. The past, present, and future are not separate, but part of a unified whole. This aligns with the understanding that time is a construct of the mind. Your consciousness is not bound by time. When you engage in deep imagination or visualization, you step outside the constraints of linear time. In those moments, you are interacting with your future self, your desired reality, and bringing it into your current experience. The feeling of time speeding up or slowing down, depending on your focus, further illustrates the subjective nature of time. When you're deeply immersed in a joyful or fulfilling activity, hours can pass in what feels like minutes. Conversely, when you're waiting for something, time seems to drag on endlessly. This subjective experience shows that time is not fixed but is influenced by your mental state. Time as we know it is a useful but ultimately deceptive tool. The future you desire is not something you must strive for or wait to experience. It exists right now, just as the past continues to exist in memory and potential. By transcending the illusion of time, you can move beyond the limitations of linear thinking and step into the timeless present, where all things are possible. The moment you align yourself with the belief that your desire is already fulfilled, you step outside of time and into the reality where your wish is already true. At its core, resistance is a form of mental and emotional tension that stems from the belief that what you desire is somehow outside of your reach. It manifests in thoughts such as "I'm not good enough," "I don't deserve this," or "what if it doesn't happen?" These thoughts create a disconnect between your current reality and the desired state you wish to achieve. When you cling to these limiting beliefs, you unknowingly push away the very things you seek. Resistance acts like a force field, creating an energetic barrier that repels your desires rather than attracting them. One of the first steps to releasing resistance is to recognize when it is present. This involves becoming aware of your thoughts and feelings surrounding your desires. Pay attention to the moments when you feel anxious, fearful, or doubtful about achieving your goals. These feelings often signal the presence of resistance. Instead of ignoring or suppressing these emotions, confront them. Acknowledge that they are part of your human experience, but do not have to define your reality. This awareness is the first step toward liberation. After recognizing your resistance, the next step is to cultivate a sense of acceptance. Accept that resistance is a natural part of the manifestation process. Everyone experiences it at some point. By accepting its presence, you begin to lessen its power over you. This doesn't mean you have to agree with the limiting beliefs. Rather, you acknowledge that they exist and choose not to give them your energy. This acceptance creates a shift in your perspective, allowing you to move from a state of struggle to one of ease. Letting go of resistance also involves shifting your focus. Instead of fixating on what you lack or the challenges that stand in your way, redirect your attention to the feelings associated with having your desire. Imagine the joy, gratitude, and fulfillment that come from achieving your goal. By immersing yourself in these positive emotions, you create a powerful vibrational match to your desires. This shift in focus helps you to release the grip of resistance, making space for abundance and possibilities to flow into your life. Practicing mindfulness can also be a valuable tool in releasing resistance. When you cultivate mindfulness, you learn to observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. This practice allows you to detach from the narratives of fear and doubt that fuel resistance. By grounding yourself in the present moment, you create a safe space to explore your desires without the weight of past experiences or future anxieties. Mindfulness helps you develop a deeper connection to your intuition, guiding you toward decisions and actions that align with your true desires. Another effective technique for releasing resistance is visualization. Picture yourself already in possession of what you desire. Feel the emotions of that reality, how it feels to have achieved your goal. As you immerse yourself in this mental imagery, you begin to dissolve the boundaries created by resistance. Visualization allows you to tap into the vibrational frequency of your desire, fostering a sense of belief and certainty that attracts your goal closer to you. Embrace the power of surrender. Surrendering doesn't mean giving up on your desires, rather, it is a conscious choice to trust the process. Release the need to control every outcome and timeline. When you surrender, you open yourself to the flow of life, allowing the universe to guide you in ways you may not have anticipated. This trust diminishes resistance and invites miracles to unfold. Releasing resistance is a vital aspect of manifesting your desires. It involves recognizing and accepting the presence of limiting beliefs, shifting your focus to positive emotions, practicing mindfulness, utilizing visualization, and embracing surrender. By letting go of resistance, you create a clear pathway for your desires to manifest, allowing the abundant possibilities of life to flow toward you. The moment you choose to release resistance is the moment you open yourself to a world where your dreams can become your reality. Faith is often regarded as a cornerstone of many spiritual and philosophical teachings, and when it comes to manifesting your desires, it serves as the foundation upon which your entire experience is built. Faith is more than mere belief, it is a deep-seated conviction in the unseen, a trust in the process of creation that transcends doubt and uncertainty. To manifest effectively, you must cultivate a strong sense of faith, as it empowers you to navigate the challenges and obstacles that may arise on your journey. At its essence, faith is the unwavering belief that what you desire is already yours, even if it has yet to manifest in your physical reality. This perspective shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is possible. When you hold a deep faith in the realization of your desires, you activate a powerful energy that draws those desires closer to you. This energy resonates at a frequency aligned with abundance, attracting the circumstances, people, and opportunities necessary for your dreams to come to fruition. One of the significant challenges many people face is the tendency to allow doubt and fear to creep into their minds. When faced with obstacles or delays, it's easy to question whether their desires will ever come true. This is where faith plays a crucial role. Faith is what keeps you grounded during times of uncertainty. It provides the inner strength to persevere when things seem bleak. It is the anchor that holds you steady, even when the winds of doubt threaten to sway you off course. To cultivate faith, start by nurturing a mindset of positivity and possibility. Surround yourself with uplifting influences, people, books, and environments that resonate with the belief that you can achieve your desires. Engage in practices that strengthen your connection to your inner self, such as meditation, affirmations, and visualization. These practices help you align your thoughts and feelings with the reality you wish to create, reinforcing the belief that your desires are not only attainable but also already in existence. Another powerful aspect of faith is its ability to help you overcome fear. Fear often stems from a sense of lack or inadequacy, creating a mental barrier between you and your desires. When you have faith, you can confront your fears with confidence, knowing that you are supported by the universe. Faith allows you to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than as insurmountable obstacles. When you approach life with this perspective, you become more resilient, better equipped to navigate setbacks, and more willing to take the necessary risks to achieve your goals. Faith enhances your ability to take inspired action. It encourages you to step out of your comfort zone and pursue opportunities that align with your desires. When you trust in the unfolding process, you are more likely to seize moments that might otherwise pass you by due to fear or doubt. Taking action fueled by faith often leads to unexpected breakthroughs and synchronicities that align perfectly with your aspirations. It is also essential to understand that faith is not a passive state of being. It requires consistent effort and intention. You must actively choose to believe in your desires, even in the face of contrary evidence. This might involve reframing negative thoughts, practicing gratitude for what you already have, and focusing on the feelings associated with your wishes fulfilled. The more you cultivate this mindset, the stronger your faith will grow, creating a self-reinforcing cycle that propels you toward your goals. In times of struggle, remember that faith is your ally. It is the guiding light that reminds you of the infinite possibilities that exist within and around you. When you cultivate a strong foundation of faith, you open yourself to a life filled with abundance, joy, and fulfillment. Your dreams are not merely figments of your imagination, they are valid realities waiting to be claimed. With faith as your foundation, you can navigate the complexities of life with grace and confidence, knowing that you are on a path toward the realization of your deepest desires. Embrace faith, and you will find that the universe conspires in your favor, aligning circumstances to help you manifest the life you envision. From the end, not towards it, is a transformative mindset that profoundly impacts how you approach your desires and aspirations. This principle encourages you to adopt the state of being that aligns with your fulfilled desires rather than viewing them as distant goals to be achieved. By shifting your focus from the pursuit of outcomes to embodying the feelings and beliefs associated with your desires, you can create a powerful energetic resonance that attracts those desires into your reality. To live from the end means to fully immerse yourself in the experience of having already achieved your goals. Instead of positioning your desires as something you will attain in the future, you recognize that they exist in potential right now. This approach reframes the way you think about your aspirations. When you live from the end, you step into the emotional state of already possessing what you want. This shift in perspective alters your vibrational frequency, aligning you with the essence of your desires. Imagine the difference between the two mindsets. Living toward an outcome is often filled with anxiety, impatience, and a sense of lack. You might find yourself asking questions like, when will this happen? Or what do I need to do to get there? These thoughts create a feeling of separation from your desires. In contrast, when you live from the end, you embrace a sense of fulfillment and gratitude. You shift your attention away from the how and when, focusing instead on the feelings of joy, contentment, and success that come with having what you want. This emotional state is magnetic. It draws your desires closer to you. Another critical aspect of living from the end is to embrace the idea of detachment. Detachment does not mean you stop caring about your desires, rather. It means releasing the desperate need for them to materialize in a specific way or timeline. When you are attached to the outcome, you create resistance that hinders the flow of abundance. Trust that your desires are already unfolding in perfect timing. Allow the universe to orchestrate the details while you maintain a steady focus on your emotional state. It's essential to acknowledge that living from the end requires consistent practice. You might find that doubt and old habits of thinking creep in, causing you to revert to a mindset of striving and lack. When this happens, gently bring yourself back to the feelings associated with your fulfilled desires. Reaffirm your commitment to this mindset and remind yourself that you are capable of attracting what you want. Embrace the power of affirmations to reinforce this way of living. Use positive statements that reflect the reality you wish to create. For example, say to yourself, I am living my dream life, or I am worthy of all the abundance the universe has to offer. These affirmations help to solidify the belief that your desires are not just distant fantasies, but are already part of your reality. Living from the end, not toward it, is a profound shift that empowers you to manifest your desires with greater ease and joy. By embodying the feelings of already having what you want, you create a magnetic energy that attracts those desires into your life. Visualization, emotional integration, detachment, and affirmations are powerful tools that support this practice. Remember, your reality is a reflection of your inner state. When you choose to live from the end, you open the door to a life filled with abundance and fulfillment. In conclusion, the journey of manifesting your desires is intricately woven with the principles of faith, imagination, and the mindset of living from the end. By embracing the belief that your desires are already fulfilled, you align your energy with the reality you wish to create. Releasing resistance and cultivating faith empower you to navigate challenges with confidence and resilience, while visualization and affirmations reinforce your commitment to this transformative mindset. As you continue on this path, remember that the power to shape your reality lies within you. Every thought, feeling, and belief you hold contributes to the manifestation of your dreams. By choosing to live in alignment with your desires, you open the door to a life rich with possibilities, joy, and fulfillment. Ladies and gentlemen, today I invite you to embark on a journey that begins not with your external circumstances but within your mind and heart. Imagine for a moment that you are standing in the midst of your dreams, surrounded by the wealth and abundance you have longed for. This is not just a fantasy, it is your potential reality waiting to unfold. It is the most potent tool at our disposal, often underestimated in its ability to shape our realities. It is through our imagination that we can transcend the limitations of our current circumstances and envision a future filled with possibilities. When we engage our imagination, we tap into a boundless source of creativity and potential, allowing us to create vivid mental pictures of our desired outcomes. This process of imagining is not merely daydreaming, it is a profound practice that can alter the course of our lives. When we imagine, we effectively set a destination for ourselves. Picture your goals clearly in your mind's eye, whether it's a thriving career, a beautiful home, or the freedom to travel the world. This mental imagery serves as a compass, guiding our actions and decisions toward that envisioned future. The clearer and more detailed your imagination, the more compelling it becomes. Instead of seeing vague outlines of what you desire, bring forth specific details: the color of the walls in your dream home, the sounds of laughter during a celebration, the feeling of financial freedom. When you immerse yourself in these images, you activate emotions associated with achieving them, amplifying your motivation and commitment. Imagination acts as a rehearsal space for our lives. In the theater of our minds, we can practice scenarios before they manifest in reality. For instance, if you're preparing for an important presentation or a significant life change, visualize yourself succeeding. See yourself confidently delivering your message, feeling the energy of the audience, and receiving their applause. This mental rehearsal prepares you for real-life situations, building your confidence and reducing anxiety. It allows you to navigate challenges with grace and poise, knowing you have already experienced success in your mind. Imagination also empowers us to overcome obstacles. Life is often filled with challenges and setbacks, but when we harness our imaginative capabilities, we can envision pathways around these barriers. Instead of focusing on limitations, we can visualize alternative solutions. This shift in perspective is crucial. It encourages us to think creatively and find innovative ways to achieve our goals. When faced with adversity, ask yourself what if, and explore the myriad possibilities that arise. This approach not only fosters resilience but also opens the door to opportunities that may have previously seemed out of reach. Furthermore, the act of imagining is closely linked to the law of attraction, which posits that like attracts like. When we vividly imagine a desired outcome, we align our energy and intentions with that vision. The universe responds to this frequency, drawing similar energies and circumstances into our lives. It is as if we are sending a signal into the cosmos, proclaiming our readiness to receive what we desire. The more we engage with our imagination, the stronger this signal becomes, amplifying our ability to attract opportunities that resonate with our envisioned reality. Imagination fosters a sense of hope and possibility. In times of uncertainty or despair, it is our imagination that allows us to envision a brighter future. By picturing a life filled with abundance, joy, and fulfillment, we cultivate a sense of optimism that propels us forward. This hope is a driving force. It encourages us to take action, persist through challenges, and believe in our capacity to manifest our dreams. The power of imagination is transformative. It allows us to set our sights on our goals, rehearse our success, navigate obstacles, attract abundance, and foster hope. By engaging our imagination, we step into the role of creators of our own lives, harnessing our inner potential to manifest the reality we desire. Embrace this gift, for it is through imagination that we can truly shape our destinies and bring our dreams to fruition. Embodying wealth is about much more than simply accumulating material possessions. It is a state of being that permeates every aspect of your life. It involves adopting a mindset that reflects abundance, confidence, and a deep-seated belief in your worthiness to receive prosperity. This embodiment begins internally and radiates outward, influencing not only how you perceive yourself, but also how the world responds to you. To embody wealth, one must first understand that it is a mental and emotional alignment with the idea of abundance. This means shedding limiting beliefs that suggest you are unworthy of wealth or that financial success is reserved for others. Instead, replace these thoughts with empowering affirmations that reinforce your identity as a wealthy individual. Phrases such as "I attract abundance effortlessly" or "wealth is my natural state" can serve as powerful reminders of your inherent worthiness. As you repeat these affirmations, visualize yourself living in alignment with them, feeling the emotions associated with abundance flowing through you. A crucial aspect of embodying wealth is the way you carry yourself in everyday life. Your posture, demeanor, and energy should reflect the confidence and poise of someone who is already successful. Stand tall, make eye contact, and speak with authority. Your body language sends signals to both yourself and others, shaping how you are perceived. When you present yourself as someone who is confident in their wealth, you naturally attract opportunities and relationships that align with this perception. Furthermore, embodying wealth requires a shift in your daily habits and choices. Consider how a wealthy person might approach their day. They prioritize their time, invest in their personal growth, and engage in practices that nurture their well-being. Begin to implement similar habits into your life, regardless of your current financial situation. Allocate time for self-care, invest in your education, and surround yourself with people who inspire and uplift you. When you cultivate these habits, you align your actions with the mindset of abundance. Cultivating an attitude of gratitude is essential for embodying wealth. Acknowledging and appreciating what you already have creates a positive mindset that attracts more good things into your life. Instead of focusing on what you lack, celebrate your accomplishments, relationships, and experiences. Gratitude acts as a powerful magnet for abundance, drawing more prosperity your way. Keep a gratitude journal where you regularly note the blessings in your life, reinforcing your connection to abundance. Embodying wealth means recognizing that it is not solely about financial gain. It encompasses emotional, spiritual, and relational abundance. Nurture meaningful relationships, invest in your personal growth, and contribute positively to your community. When you focus on these aspects, you create a holistic sense of wealth that enriches every facet of your life. To embody wealth is to embrace a mindset and lifestyle that reflects abundance in all its forms. It is a commitment to living authentically, believing in your worth, and making choices that align with your vision of success. By adopting this mindset and integrating it into your daily life, you not only attract wealth but also create a life rich with fulfillment, joy, and purpose. The journey to embodying wealth begins with the understanding that you are already deserving of all the abundance the universe has to offer. Affirmations and beliefs are powerful tools that shape our reality and influence our actions, emotions, and overall mindset. At their core, affirmations are positive statements that we repeat to ourselves in order to challenge and overcome negative thoughts or beliefs. By consciously choosing to focus on affirmations, we can rewire our subconscious mind, instilling a sense of self-worth and confidence that propels us toward our goals. To begin with, affirmations work by creating a mental framework that aligns with our desired outcomes. When we consistently repeat positive affirmations, we send a clear message to our subconscious mind about what we want to achieve or who we wish to become. This process is akin to programming a computer. The more frequently we input positive data, the more our system operates according to those instructions. For example, if you want to attract financial abundance, you might repeat affirmations such as "I am worthy of wealth," or "abundance flows to me effortlessly over time." These statements become embedded in your belief system, gradually transforming how you perceive yourself and your potential. The emotional aspect of affirmations cannot be overlooked. When we engage with our affirmations, it's essential to do so with genuine belief and emotional resonance. Simply reciting affirmations without conviction may not yield the desired results. Instead, immerse yourself in the feelings associated with your affirmations. Visualize the outcomes you wish to manifest and allow the emotions tied to those visions to fill your being. This emotional connection enhances the power of your affirmations, creating a sense of alignment between your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Beliefs play a critical role in this process, as they form the foundation upon which our affirmations stand. Our beliefs are shaped by our experiences, upbringing, and societal influences, and they often dictate how we perceive our capabilities and the world around us. To cultivate an abundant mindset, it is essential to identify and challenge limiting beliefs that hold us back. For instance, if you believe that money is scarce or that you do not deserve success, these beliefs will manifest as barriers to achieving your goals. By recognizing these limiting beliefs, you can consciously replace them with empowering alternatives that support your journey toward abundance. This means actively questioning the validity of your beliefs. Ask yourself, is this belief serving me, or where did this belief originate? Often, we hold on to beliefs that are outdated or untrue, merely because they have been ingrained in us over time. By scrutinizing these beliefs, you can begin to dismantle the negative narratives that hinder your progress. This process is not about ignoring reality, but rather reshaping your perception of it. Furthermore, consistency is key when it comes to affirmations and beliefs. Establish a daily routine that incorporates positive affirmations, whether through journaling, meditation, or vocal repetition. The more you integrate these affirmations into your life, the more you reinforce your new belief system. This consistency helps solidify your mindset, allowing you to naturally gravitate toward actions that align with your affirmations. To personal affirmations, surrounding yourself with positive influences such as uplifting literature, inspiring individuals, and motivational content can further enhance your belief system. These external factors can serve as reminders of the possibilities that exist beyond your current circumstances, reinforcing the notion that abundance is attainable. Affirmations and beliefs are powerful catalysts for transformation. By consciously choosing positive affirmations and challenging limiting beliefs, you create a fertile ground for growth and abundance. This practice not only reshapes your mindset but also influences the energy you project into the world. As you cultivate a strong belief in your worthiness and potential, you open the door to limitless possibilities, allowing you to attract the wealth and fulfillment you desire. Remember, the journey of transformation begins within, and through the power of affirmations and beliefs, you hold the key to unlocking your abundant reality. Gratitude is a transformative practice that acts as a powerful magnet for abundance and positivity in our lives. When we cultivate a mindset of gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, creating a ripple effect that attracts even more blessings. This practice is not merely a fleeting emotion, it is a deliberate choice that requires mindfulness and intention. By embracing gratitude, we open ourselves to a world of possibilities, nurturing a deeper connection with ourselves, others, and the universe. At its core, gratitude involves recognizing and appreciating the positive aspects of our lives, no matter how small they may seem. This can range from the warmth of the sun on our skin to the support of loved ones or the opportunity to pursue our passions. When we consciously acknowledge these elements, we create a sense of fulfillment and contentment. This emotional shift is crucial. It enables us to cultivate a positive mindset that influences our thoughts and actions. Rather than dwelling on scarcity or dissatisfaction, we begin to see life through a lens of abundance, which naturally attracts more good things into our lives. The science behind gratitude also underscores its magnetic qualities. Research has shown that practicing gratitude can lead to increased levels of happiness and decreased levels of stress. When we express gratitude, our brains release neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, which are associated with feelings of well-being and happiness. This chemical response creates a positive feedback loop, reinforcing our inclination to feel thankful and appreciate our circumstances. As we experience this uplifting mood, we are more likely to engage in behaviors that align with our newfound positivity, further attracting opportunities and experiences that resonate with our grateful mindset. Gratitude fosters a sense of connection with others. When we express appreciation for those around us, we strengthen our relationships and create an environment of support and positivity. This relational aspect of gratitude is vital. It encourages collaboration and mutual upliftment. By acknowledging the contributions of others, we cultivate an atmosphere of generosity and reciprocity, where people feel valued and empowered. This interconnectedness amplifies the effects of gratitude, as the positive energy we share with others returns to us in various forms. Gratitude acts as a powerful counterbalance to negative thoughts and emotions. In times of challenge or adversity, it is easy to become consumed by feelings of frustration or despair. However, by intentionally focusing on what we are grateful for, we can shift our perspective and find solace amid difficulties. This practice does not negate our struggles. Instead, it provides a balanced view that acknowledges both the challenges and the blessings in our lives. This balance fosters resilience, enabling us to navigate obstacles with grace and a sense of purpose. To incorporate gratitude into our daily lives, we can establish simple yet impactful rituals. Keeping a gratitude journal is a popular practice where individuals write down a few things they are thankful for each day. This process encourages reflection and mindfulness, helping us recognize the abundance that surrounds us. Additionally, expressing gratitude verbally, whether through affirmations, letters, or conversations, reinforces our appreciation and creates a positive atmosphere. Another effective method is to practice gratitude in the moment. When something good happens, take a moment to pause and acknowledge it. This could be as simple as savoring a delicious meal or appreciating a moment of laughter with a friend. By being present and mindful, we deepen our connection to the experience and enhance our sense of gratitude. Gratitude is a potent magnet for attracting abundance and positivity in our lives. By shifting our focus from scarcity to appreciation, we create a fertile ground for growth and fulfillment. This practice enhances our emotional well-being, strengthens our relationships, and fosters resilience in the face of challenges. By embracing gratitude as a daily practice, we not only enrich our own lives but also contribute to a more positive and interconnected world. Ultimately, the more we cultivate gratitude, the more we will find ourselves surrounded by the very abundance we seek. Surrounding yourself with abundance is an essential practice for fostering a mindset that attracts prosperity and fulfillment. It involves intentionally creating an environment, both physically and socially, that reflects the abundance you wish to experience in your life. This practice is not solely about financial wealth. It encompasses emotional, spiritual, and relational abundance as well. By immersing yourself in an abundance-oriented environment, you cultivate the energy and mindset necessary to manifest your desires. The first step in surrounding yourself with abundance is to assess your physical environment. Your surroundings have a profound impact on your mood, motivation, and overall mindset. Take a moment to evaluate your living and working spaces. Are they cluttered, dark, and uninspiring, or are they filled with light, beauty, and organization? Abundance thrives in environments that are open, clean, and visually pleasing. Decluttering your space can create a sense of freedom and clarity, allowing positive energy to flow. Incorporate elements that bring you joy and inspiration: artwork, plants, or personal mementos that remind you of your goals and aspirations. A vibrant, uplifting environment sets the stage for an abundance mindset. Next, consider the people you surround yourself with. The individuals in your life significantly influence your beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors. If you are surrounded by negative or scarcity-minded individuals, it can be challenging to maintain an abundant mindset. Seek out relationships with people who embody positivity, encouragement, and a belief in abundance. Engage with those who inspire you, support your goals, and uplift your spirit. This community of like-minded individuals will create a network of encouragement and motivation, reinforcing your belief in your ability to attract abundance. In addition to your immediate social circle, consider the content you consume. The media, books, and conversations you engage with shape your beliefs and mindset. Surround yourself with literature, podcasts, and shows that promote positivity, growth, and abundance. Seek out stories of success and inspiration that resonate with your aspirations. By immersing yourself in content that reflects the life you desire, you create a mental landscape that fosters a sense of possibility and motivation. This intentional selection of media acts as a constant reminder of what is achievable. Nurturing an abundance mindset requires conscious practice. Engage in daily affirmations that reinforce your belief in your worthiness to receive abundance. Use statements such as, "I am open to receiving all the good that life has to offer," or "abundance flows effortlessly into my life." These affirmations serve as reminders of your potential and help rewire your subconscious beliefs. Practicing gratitude is crucial in this journey. Acknowledge the abundance that already exists in your life, no matter how small. Express appreciation for your health, relationships, opportunities, and experiences. This practice creates a positive feedback loop. The more you recognize what you have, the more you attract similar experiences. Gratitude amplifies your capacity to see the abundance around you, reinforcing your belief that you are deserving of more. It is also important to embrace a mindset of generosity. When you share your resources, time, and knowledge with others, you signal to the universe that you believe in abundance. Acts of kindness and generosity create a ripple effect, cultivating an atmosphere of abundance for both yourself and those around you. Surrounding yourself with abundance is a holistic practice that encompasses your environment, relationships, media consumption, affirmations, gratitude, and generosity. By intentionally creating a life that reflects abundance, you cultivate the mindset necessary to attract prosperity and fulfillment. This journey requires commitment and mindfulness, but the rewards are profound. As you immerse yourself in an abundance-oriented lifestyle, you will find that opportunities and blessings flow effortlessly into your life, enriching your experiences and bringing your dreams closer to reality. Embrace this practice and watch as your world transforms into one filled with abundance and possibility. Acting with purpose is a transformative approach to life that allows individuals to align their actions with their values and aspirations. When you act with purpose, you engage in activities that resonate with your deepest desires and beliefs, infusing your life with meaning and direction. This intentionality not only enhances your personal fulfillment, but also empowers you to create a positive impact on the world around you. At the heart of purposeful action is self-awareness. Understanding your values, passions, and goals is essential for identifying what truly matters to you. Take time to reflect on your life experiences and the moments that brought you the greatest joy and satisfaction. What activities make you feel alive? What causes resonate with you on a deeper level? By clarifying your core values, you can establish a framework for decision-making and prioritize actions that align with your authentic self. Once you have a clear sense of your values, you can begin to set meaningful goals. Purposeful action involves defining specific, achievable objectives that reflect your aspirations. These goals serve as a roadmap, guiding your decisions and helping you stay focused on what is truly important. Break down your goals into smaller, manageable steps and create an action plan that outlines how you will achieve them. This structured approach not only makes your aspirations feel more attainable, but also allows you to track your progress and celebrate your achievements along the way. Acting with purpose also requires commitment and discipline. It is easy to get sidetracked by distractions or the demands of everyday life, but maintaining a purposeful mindset involves staying dedicated to your goals and values. Cultivate habits that support your intentions, such as setting aside time for self-reflection, practicing mindfulness, or engaging in regular goal-setting sessions. These practices help reinforce your sense of purpose and keep you accountable for your actions. Purposeful action encourages a proactive mindset. Instead of waiting for opportunities to come your way, take the initiative to create them. This may involve stepping out of your comfort zone, networking with like-minded individuals, or seeking out new experiences that align with your goals. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth and learning, and approach setbacks with resilience. Acting with purpose empowers you to view obstacles as stepping stones rather than barriers, enabling you to navigate life's uncertainties with confidence. To personal growth, acting with purpose can also inspire and uplift those around you. When you live authentically and pursue your passions, you become a source of motivation for others. Your enthusiasm and commitment can encourage friends, family, and colleagues to reflect on their own values and aspirations. This ripple effect creates a supportive community where individuals feel empowered to act with purpose in their own lives. Furthermore, purposeful action is intricately linked to making a positive impact on the world. By aligning your actions with your values, you can contribute to causes and initiatives that matter to you. Whether through volunteering, advocacy, or simply living in a way that reflects your principles, purposeful action allows you to leave a meaningful mark on your community and beyond. This sense of contribution adds depth and significance to your life, reinforcing your connection to something greater than yourself. Acting with purpose is a powerful and enriching approach to life that fosters self-awareness, commitment, and proactive engagement. By clarifying your values, setting meaningful goals, and cultivating supportive habits, you create a roadmap for living authentically and intentionally. This purposeful mindset not only enhances your personal fulfillment, but also inspires others and contributes positively to the world. Embrace the power of purposeful action and watch as your life transforms into one filled with meaning, joy, and impact. When you act with purpose, you unlock the potential to create a life that truly reflects who you are and what you stand for. In conclusion, acting with purpose is a transformative journey that empowers you to align your actions with your deepest values and aspirations. By cultivating self-awareness, setting meaningful goals, and maintaining a commitment to your intentions, you create a life rich with significance and fulfillment. This purposeful approach not only enhances your personal growth, but also inspires those around you, fostering a community of like-minded individuals who are driven to live authentically. Embracing a purposeful mindset allows you to navigate life's challenges with resilience and confidence. As you take proactive steps toward creating opportunities and overcoming obstacles, you not only shape your own destiny, but also contribute positively to the world. Your actions, rooted in intention and authenticity, can spark change and make a meaningful impact in your community. Remember, the journey toward living with purpose is ongoing. Each step you take reinforces your commitment to a life that reflects who you truly are. By embracing the power of purposeful action, you unlock the potential to create a life that is not only successful, but also deeply fulfilling. So take a moment to reflect on your values. Set your sights on your goals, and let your actions speak to the abundance of possibilities that await you. Thank you. My dear friends, we often believe that to attain what we desire, we must speak, share, and express our every thought to the world around us. Yet the true power lies not in the noise of external validation, but in the quiet stillness of your mind. There is an ancient wisdom that tells us that the spoken word has immense power. Yet there is an even greater force in the words left unspoken, in the thoughts and desires that remain quietly held within the heart and mind. When you learn to understand this subtle truth, you open the doorway to a deeper understanding of how reality works. When you have a desire, something you deeply want to manifest in your life, your first instinct might be to share it with others. You might feel an urge to express it, to talk about it, to seek validation from those around you. However, this very act of speaking about your desire can dilute its power. Every word we speak releases energy, and in doing so, we lose a bit of the force behind the original desire. The moment you give voice to your intention, you make it vulnerable to external influences, opinions, judgments, and doubts of others. These outside forces can, in turn, weaken the energy that was meant to bring your desire into form. The unspoken word, on the other hand, gathers strength. It accumulates energy within you, growing in intensity and focus. Just as a seed must remain buried in the soil to take root, your desires must remain buried within your consciousness, nurtured in silence. In this stillness, they are protected from the world's noise, distractions, and skepticism. The more you speak about your desires prematurely, the more you expose them to the external world, a world often ruled by fear, doubt, and disbelief. It is in the silence that creation truly begins. When you refrain from discussing your desires, you create an environment where those desires can gestate in peace. There is no need for validation from others, no need for approval. In fact, by keeping your desires to yourself, you maintain full ownership of them. You are the sole guardian of your dreams, and as such you can shape and direct them without interference. The unspoken word allows you to avoid the risk of being influenced by external feedback. When you share your intentions with others, you open yourself up to their opinions, which may be rooted in limitations and fear. Often people will project their own doubts onto your desires, not out of malice, but because they are confined by their own beliefs about what is possible. These doubts can seep into your consciousness, even if only subtly, and begin to cloud your vision. By keeping your desires unspoken, you protect them from being tainted by the limiting beliefs of others. In this way, you cultivate a deep, inner faith in the process of creation. You learn to trust your own imagination, your own inner vision, without needing the approval or acknowledgement of anyone else. This quiet faith becomes a powerful force, stronger than any external validation could ever be. You come to realize that it is your inner state of being that shapes your outer reality, and not the opinions or judgments of the world around you. Furthermore, the energy you withhold from speaking about your desires is not lost. Instead, it is redirected inward, where it becomes fuel for the creative process. As you continue to hold your desires in the silence of your mind, they begin to take shape on a deeper level. Your focus sharpens, your emotions align with your vision, and your imagination begins to generate the precise circumstances needed to bring your desires into physical form. The unspoken word is a tool of great power. By keeping your desires and intentions within, you protect them, nurture them, and allow them to grow without interference. The world may not see the invisible work that is happening within you, but you will see the results when your inner vision becomes your outer reality. In this way, the unspoken word becomes the seed of creation, silently shaping the life you wish to live. When you first recognize a desire, it is like a delicate seed being planted in the soil of your mind. This seed, though small and seemingly insignificant, holds within it the potential for great growth. But just as any gardener knows, a seed in its early stages is vulnerable. It requires careful nurturing, the right conditions, and most importantly, protection. This is the essence of guarding the seed of your desire. It is about understanding that your desires, in their infancy, must be shielded from external forces that could disrupt or stifle their growth. When a desire is newly born within you, it is fragile. The moment you become aware of it, the impulse might be to share it with others, to seek validation or encouragement. But when you do this, you expose the seed to the harsh elements of the external world opinions, skepticism, and doubt. These forces can act like weeds in a garden, crowding the space needed for your desire to grow, stealing the nutrients it needs to flourish. In other words, when you prematurely share your dreams, you risk subjecting them to the limiting beliefs and negative energies of those around you. Guarding the seed means keeping it in the protective environment of your own mind. This doesn't mean isolating yourself from the world, but it does mean being discerning about what you reveal and when. Your desire needs time to take root within your consciousness, to become part of who you are. In the beginning stages, your desire is an idea that you must nurture through imagination and inner focus. The more you hold it in the sacred space of your mind, the stronger it becomes. It begins to draw energy from your emotions, your faith, and your belief, becoming more real to you than anything outside of you. One of the reasons it is so important to guard the seed of your desire is that in the early stages you may not yet have full confidence in its realization. If you share it too soon, others' doubts can easily become your own. People, often without intending harm, may project their own fears and limitations onto your desire. They may question its feasibility or impose their ideas of what is possible. And because your desire is still young, it may not yet have the strength to resist these outside influences. By keeping it private, you allow it to grow undisturbed until it reaches a point where no external opinion can sway your belief in its realization. Furthermore, guarding the seed also means being patient. Just as a seed planted in the earth needs time to sprout and grow, your desires require time to manifest. This is a period where you continue to nurture them through quiet focus and faith, even if you don't yet see any evidence of growth. It's important to resist the urge to dig up the seed by constantly checking for signs of progress. Instead, trust in the process. Know that what you desire is being cultivated in the unseen realms of your consciousness and will emerge at the right time, in the right way. In this period of quiet protection, you are not passive. On the contrary, you are actively involved in the process of creation. You are feeding your desire with positive emotion, aligning your thoughts with its fulfillment, and continually imagining the life you wish to live. This inner work is the most powerful thing you can do to ensure that the seed of your desire grows strong roots. The deeper its roots go into the fertile soil of your imagination and belief, the more resilient it becomes. Eventually, your desire will grow to the point where it can withstand any external challenges, and at that time you will be ready to act on it in the outer world. Guarding the seed of your desire is about giving it the chance to mature in the unseen realms before it manifests in the physical. It's about understanding the delicate balance between holding your desire close and knowing when it's strong enough to withstand external forces. When you protect it, nurture it, and give it time, your desire will flourish and bring forth the reality you envision. There is a quiet yet profound power in the simple act of imagining. When you close your eyes and see within your mind's eye the life you desire, you are engaging with the most powerful creative force at your disposal. Imagination is not a passive fantasy, but an active divine process. It is in your imagination that the blueprint for your reality is first drawn. And yet, this process requires a special kind of faith, silent faith. A faith that does not need validation, that does not waver in the face of doubt, and that quietly works behind the scenes to transform your inner visions into physical reality. To have silent faith in your imagination means to trust the process without needing to explain it to others. Often when we have a strong desire or vision, the temptation is to seek approval, to ask others if what we imagine is possible or practical. But imagination does not operate in the realm of practicality, it operates in the realm of possibility, beyond the limits of logic or what the outer world deems achievable. Silent faith means believing in the reality of your vision, even when no one else can see it, even when there is no tangible evidence to support it. The beauty of imagination lies in its ability to transcend the present circumstances. No matter what your life looks like right now, your imagination is free. It is unlimited by the conditions of the external world. In this private space of the mind, you can create anything. You can be anyone, go anywhere, and live any life you desire. Yet for this inner world to manifest in the outer world, you must hold on to your vision with unwavering faith. You must believe that what you see in your mind's eye is more real than the physical reality around you. Silent faith requires patience. The manifestations of your imagination may not come overnight. There may be times when it seems as though nothing is happening, and the world remains unchanged. But just as a seed planted in the ground takes time to sprout, the seeds you plant in your imagination are taking root beneath the surface. You may not yet see the results, but something is happening. Reality is shifting to align with the images you hold in your mind, and the more you persist in believing, the closer you come to experiencing it in the physical world. What makes silent faith so powerful is that it operates without the need for external validation. It is internal, self-sustaining. You don't need to tell others what you are imagining or seek their approval. In fact, by keeping your imaginal acts private, you protect them from the doubts and limitations of the world. This privacy allows your vision to grow unencumbered, nourished by your belief alone. In this way, silent faith serves as a shield, protecting your desires from the negativity and disbelief that can arise from outside influences. It is also important to recognize that silent faith in your imagination aligns you with the natural flow of creation. You are not forcing reality to conform to your will, but instead you are aligning yourself with the unseen forces that shape the world. You trust that the same power that allows you to imagine also has the ability to bring your vision into physical form. This faith is silent because it does not need loud declarations or constant affirmations. It is a deep, quiet knowing that what you imagine with persistence and belief will come to pass. As you continue to hold your vision in your imagination, maintaining this silent faith, you will begin to notice subtle shifts in your life. Opportunities will arise, people will come into your life, and circumstances will change to align with the inner reality you have created. This is the natural result of holding faith in your imagination. What you consistently imagine with feeling and belief must, in time, be reflected in your outer world. Silent faith in your imagination is the key to unlocking the life you desire. It is about trusting the unseen power within you, remaining patient and steadfast, and protecting your vision from external interference. When you have this kind of faith, nothing is impossible, and what begins as a quiet thought in your mind can blossom into the life of your dreams. Your emotions are not just fleeting reactions to the world around you, they are sacred forces, deeply tied to the process of creation. Every emotion you feel carries with it a vibration that shapes your reality, whether you are aware of it or not. When you treat your emotions as sacred, you begin to understand their true power and the role they play in transforming your life. Yet this power is diminished when emotions are shared carelessly with the world, exposed to judgment, or influenced by external circumstances. To let your emotions stay sacred is to honor them in silence, to protect the energy they carry, and to use them intentionally as tools for creating the life you desire. When you experience a powerful emotion, whether it is joy, love, excitement, or even sorrow, it is tempting to express it outwardly, to seek validation or acknowledgement from others. But in doing so, you allow the outside world to influence and distort that emotional energy. Every time you share your emotional state, especially with those who may not understand or value it, you risk having that energy diluted or misinterpreted. This is why it is crucial to let your emotions stay sacred, held within you where they can retain their full potency. Emotions are deeply personal and unique to each individual. They are the result of your inner thoughts and beliefs, and they reflect the way you interpret your experiences. When you feel a strong emotion, it is a direct response to your inner world, a signal of how you are aligning with your desires and intentions. For this reason, your emotions are sacred. They are the bridge between your inner state and the external reality you are creating. By keeping them within, you allow them to continue their work in shaping the world around you without interference. One of the most important aspects of treating your emotions as sacred is recognizing their role in manifestation. It is not enough to simply think about what you want, you must feel it. Your emotions are the fuel that drives your thoughts into form. When you feel joy, gratitude, or love in connection with your desires, you are aligning yourself with the vibration of what you wish to create. This emotional alignment is what attracts the circumstances, people, and opportunities that will bring your desires into reality. But if you share your emotions too soon, or with those who do not support your vision, you risk disrupting this delicate process. Letting your emotions stay sacred also means not allowing external circumstances to dictate how you feel. The world around you is constantly changing, and it can be easy to let outside events, other people's opinions, or temporary situations influence your emotional state. However, when you understand the sacredness of your emotions, you realize that they belong to you and you alone. You have the power to choose how you feel, regardless of what is happening outside of you. This inner control over your emotions is what enables you to remain aligned with your desires, even in the face of challenges or setbacks. Another reason to keep your emotions sacred is that they are an intimate expression of your true self. The world may not always understand or appreciate the depth of your feelings, and by sharing them too openly, you may invite misunderstandings or negative reactions. When you hold your emotions within, you protect the integrity of your inner world. You give yourself the space to process your emotions in your own time, without the need for external validation or approval. This creates a sense of inner peace and security, knowing that your emotions are yours to experience fully and freely. By allowing your emotions to remain sacred, you honor their role in your creative process and maintain the purity of your inner world. This doesn't mean suppressing or ignoring your feelings, but rather treating them with the respect they deserve. When you hold your emotions in a sacred space within you, they become a powerful force for transformation, guiding you toward the life you want to create. You learn to trust in your emotional guidance, knowing that your feelings are not random but are, in fact, the key to unlocking your highest potential. Keeping your emotions sacred means recognizing the divine power they hold in shaping your reality. When you protect them from outside influence, they become your greatest ally in the process of creation, allowing you to manifest a life that is aligned with your true desires. There is a profound wisdom in knowing when to reveal your thoughts, plans, and desires to the world. Timing in all things is crucial, and when it comes to manifesting the life you envision, the timing of your revelations can either strengthen or undermine your progress. Every desire you hold, every dream you nurture, exists in a delicate phase of growth. Like a seed that needs time to mature underground before breaking through the surface, your intentions and plans require a period of quiet development. Revealing them prematurely can expose them to criticism, doubt, or disruption before they are fully ready to thrive. The timing of revelation is not just about waiting until you feel confident. It is about understanding the natural rhythm of creation. Everything in life moves through cycles: beginning, growth, maturation, and fruition. When you act too soon, you disrupt this natural order. A plan or idea in its early stages is still fragile, not fully formed, and it needs time to gather strength before it is exposed to the elements of the outer world. In the same way that a fruit must ripen before it is picked, your desires must reach a certain level of readiness before being shared or acted upon. Patience plays a key role in this process. It can be tempting to announce your plans early, especially when excitement builds around a new idea or vision. But excitement alone is not enough to guarantee success. In fact, premature exposure to external opinions can drain the energy of your desire. The world is filled with people who may not understand or support your vision, and their doubts can infiltrate your consciousness, causing you to second-guess yourself. Even the well-meaning advice of loved ones can introduce limitations that weren't present in your initial inspiration. By holding your plans close until the right moment, you protect them from this kind of interference. This process of waiting is not passive. It is an active, conscious choice to nurture your inner vision in silence. During this period, you are allowing your idea to grow strong roots in your imagination, to become solid and clear in your mind before you bring it into the light of day. You are building your inner confidence and aligning your emotions and thoughts with the reality you wish to create. This quiet time is a sacred space where your desire can gain momentum, fueled by your unwavering belief and silent anticipation. Another aspect of timing involves listening to your intuition. There is always a right moment to act, a right moment to speak, and a right moment to share. Your intuition will guide you toward this moment if you are patient and attentive. You will feel a sense of certainty, a calm knowing that the time has come to reveal your intentions. This inner signal comes from a place of alignment when your internal state matches the external conditions that will support the success of your vision. Revealing too early can be like trying to force a flower to bloom before it's ready. The result is often disappointment, frustration, or failure. But when you wait for the right time, when you trust the process and allow your desire to unfold naturally, the revelation becomes a powerful moment of clarity and momentum. The world will be ready to receive your idea when you are fully aligned with it, and not before. This alignment ensures that when you do speak or act, you are met with the right conditions, the right people, and the right opportunities to support your vision. There is also a time not to act. Not every impulse needs to be followed immediately, and not every idea should be shared at once. The art of timing involves discernment, knowing when silence serves you better than words, when stillness is more powerful than movement. Sometimes the greatest act of creation is found in waiting, allowing the unseen forces to do their work, preparing the way for you to step into action when the conditions are perfectly aligned. The timing of revelation is about trust in yourself, in your vision, and in the natural unfolding of life. When you learn to wait for the right moment, to hold your desires in the quiet space of your mind until they are fully formed, you give them the best chance to succeed. The world moves in cycles, and everything has its season. By honoring the timing of revelation, you align yourself with the flow of creation, ensuring that when you do share your plans, they are met with the support and energy they need to manifest into reality. In a world filled with constant noise and distraction, the concept of stillness often feels elusive, yet it holds profound power. Stillness is not merely the absence of sound or activity, it is a state of being that invites clarity, creativity, and connection to the deeper aspects of life. Within this quiet space, we can access our innermost thoughts and desires, allowing us to gain insight into ourselves and the universe. The mystery of stillness lies in its ability to transform our perception and enhance our understanding of the world around us. When we enter a state of stillness, we create a sanctuary for our minds and hearts. In this space, we can detach from the incessant demands of the external world, allowing ourselves to breathe and simply be. The act of stepping away from the chaos, whether through meditation, quiet reflection, or just moments of solitude, opens the door to a deeper awareness. In stillness, we can listen to the whispers of our intuition and connect with the guidance that resides within us. It is here that we can begin to discern the true nature of our desires, free from the noise of outside influences and the clamor of societal expectations. The mind often races, bombarded by thoughts, worries, and distractions. However, stillness provides an antidote to this mental chaos. When we allow ourselves to pause, we create space for clarity to emerge. In this clarity, we can observe our thoughts without judgment, understanding their origins and patterns. This awareness is transformative. It helps us recognize which thoughts serve us and which do not. Through stillness, we can choose to release limiting beliefs and fears that hold us back, making room for new perspectives and possibilities to arise. Stillness fosters a deep connection with our emotions. In a society that often encourages us to push through our feelings or to distract ourselves from them, stillness invites us to embrace our emotional landscape fully. By sitting with our emotions, we honor them as vital components of our human experience. We can explore the depths of joy, sadness, anger, and love, understanding that each emotion carries valuable messages. This connection to our emotions enhances our authenticity and self-awareness, allowing us to express ourselves more genuinely in the world. We also cultivate a profound sense of presence. When we are fully present, we can experience life more richly. The beauty of a moment, the warmth of a smile, or the simplicity of a breath becomes magnified in stillness. This presence nurtures gratitude and appreciation for the present moment, shifting our focus away from what we lack to what we have. In this state of awareness, we can recognize the interconnectedness of all things, understanding that we are part of a greater whole. The mystery of stillness extends beyond personal reflection. It is also a powerful tool for creativity and inspiration. Many artists, writers, and innovators have discovered that their most profound insights often arise in moments of quiet contemplation. When we remove the distractions and allow our minds to wander freely, we open ourselves to new ideas and perspectives. Stillness creates fertile ground for creativity to flourish, as it allows our minds to connect dots that may not be visible in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. In conclusion, we have explored the transformative power of stillness, the sacredness of our emotions, the significance of timing in our revelations, and the deep connection between our inner world and the reality we create. Each of these elements plays a crucial role in shaping our lives and our experiences. By embracing the quiet moments, nurturing our desires, and honoring the timing of our actions, we align ourselves with the flow of creation, unlocking the potential for profound change and fulfillment. As we move forward, let us carry the lessons of stillness and sacredness with us. May we learn to listen to our inner voice, trust in our emotional guidance, and allow our visions to unfold naturally. It is in this space of awareness and intention that we truly discover the beauty and magic of life. Thank you for being here today and for engaging in this journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Your presence and participation are invaluable, and together we can cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Let us continue to honor our inner landscapes and the sacred power they hold as we move forward in our quest for a more fulfilling life. Thank you.